Welcome to One-on-One with Algo, the podcast where we dive deep with leaders on AI adoption.
Hey, Tom. Welcome to One-on-One with Algo. Super excited to get this started. This is going to be an amazing conversation.
Absolutely. What an experience. Looking forward to it.
All right, Tom, I've got some great questions lined up. Are we ready?
Fantastic. Yes, let's go.
All right, let's go. So with every company talking about AI, how can a startup tell a unique story that actually connects with people?
So I think for me, AI fits into the general startup landscape very nicely in terms of being able to go from idea to execution very, very quickly using AI accelerated product design tools such as Replit, Lovable, Bolt, where we go from being stuck in Figma and handing over code to a product designer being able to go from, like I say, idea to execution in very minimal time and get something into the hands of customers to be able to rapidly iterate and get that feedback faster, really. So yeah, go from feedback to functionality, go from idea to execution. I think the speed now has become unparalleled in getting ideas out of people's heads into the hands of customers and users.
Moving on to our next question. Now that AI can write so much content, what does it even mean for a brand to be authentic?
I think you need a human connection, actually. I feel like at the moment we're in a position where there is lots of AI content and it's very easy to distinguish. Where the human needs to come back into the loop is a lived experience. And I think that AI can help to clarify, to format, and to extend thinking, but it shouldn't be used to create new thinking. That's what humans are for. We need humans to solve problems. We need problems to be around. We need the lived experience to come to the forefront. So it's no good talking in high-level hypothesis anymore if you are deep in the trenches. Sharing the war stories, sharing the good, the bad is much more valuable, much more connecting to a person than anything an AI could hypothesize from a content point of view. I think that people buy from people, people connect with people. And that's to say we can use AI tools in order to extend and clarify that thinking, but you miss something if you're exclusively using AI to write every piece of content.
Thank you for sharing that. Let's shift gears and ask about something else. What is one exercise that can help you uncover a startup's core narrative?
Good question. I guess in terms of that, the origin story is always good. I think that any good founder that I've worked with are solving problems that they have experienced deeply and felt the pain of. I feel like there's a couple of camps of founder. One where they've experienced the problem deeply, it's been a personal pain point, it's been a challenge for them, and they're now solely focused on solving that mission for others. And I think there are other founding companies or founding people where they see an opportunity to build a product from a space that they maybe don't have that much lived experience in. Now, both are equally valid. I think you can have problem solvers in each one, but people, again, connect with people, and that lived experience and the personal pain points and the backstory, the origin story, as it were, for me, form the basis of why we like founder-led content, why we like founder-led experiences, and why we much more align with a company where they have a strong narrative and a strong founder and a strong opinion rather than a faceless corporation.
Great point, Tom. A founder's origin story matters, especially when they've lived the problem. What resonates is the human narrative. Let me ask you this, Tom. Today, AI and no-code make starting easy. The real work begins after launch. How do you build resilience in founders when the initial steps feel so effortless?
Great question. I think it's really easy, like you say, to get to the first 80%. That's almost table stakes now, that we can build a product with AI, we can use no code. I exclusively use AI to build prototypes and development ready products for people. You're right, the hard yards come after. And I think that constant engagement with your audience is essential in that point, so you can continue to feel the pain points, that you're not building into the void, as it were, and that you're always got your ear to the ground of people. So once you've solved one problem, it's always about extending that and thinking deeper about the problem space, thinking more holistically about the product's role in that customer's user journey, and really keeping connections close. Again, people, it's the human connection. I think that becoming a theme of this is that whilst we can build really quickly and really execute on things really fast, how do we ensure that we're building the right things for the right people? And that's in conversations, that's in deeply understanding, that's in research, that's in continually being at the forefront of that customer conversation.
The real challenge is sustaining audience engagement so you're solving real pain, not just building for the sake of it. The human connection is the key. Okay, we're nearly out of time, so one last question. Beyond the pitch deck, what is the most powerful channel for a founder to share their story?
I think the pitch deck is oriented to investors. And for me, it goes hand in hand with building a community, building advocacy, building that human connection using social platforms such as LinkedIn, X, Instagram to help shape that narrative. And again, coming back to the founder-led side of things, I think that there are companies now that are doing very well that enhances their relationship with the investor because they have built a community. And I look at somebody who almost doesn't even need investment and has absolutely strategically gone against investment from a pitch deck point of view in Adam Robinson from RB2B, who's built such a strong founder-led community that there has been no need for investment. So I think it can play hand in hand. I think one goes with the other. I would much rather be talking to a founder who has 100,000 people that are deeply engaged on their journey than somebody who is looking at building an audience of 100,000 because they have a good product idea. I think one is inherently harder, which is if you're starting with an audience of 0, than it is if you're starting with an audience where you can go into their pain points and build products strategically and specifically to solve their problem. So I think that it plays hand in hand. The pitch deck reinforces the community reinforces the pitch deck for that example.
That's a strong point, Tom. Building a real engaged community can outshine a great deck. I totally agree. Well, this conversation has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for your time and insights. I know our listeners are going to get a ton of value from this conversation.
Absolutely. Algo, thank you so much for your time. That was it was a really interesting and cool experience and much appreciated. I look forward to chatting again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate your kind words. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.